All right, so welcome to what I've titled very plainly, Stretch, Flow, Pause. This week we are looking at the concept of Bija. If you're like me, you got the very anticipated potential frost that comes in the middle of spring when you're all excited and you're like, yeah, I'm gonna go out and prep my yard, and it's forking freezing at least 1 week in April just to fork with you. So here we are, and we're what, 3, 4, 19 weeks into quarantine. What day is it? Who knows? And so it feels kind of bleak. And Jenna planned these concepts out like 7, 8 months ago. And I think it is so divinely timed that this week is Bija. So Bija means seed. And it can be referencing a seed of intention, a seed of action. It can be referencing a seed sound. Every Sanskrit alphabet letter is a seed sound. So if you join Jenna this week in our Yoga Nerd Out sessions, you're going to learn about Bija mantra, which is seed sound mantra. And then she's going to build that into longer form mantras. So that'll be epic in itself. But a Bija is a seed, and it's a seed of what we plant. An entire, oak tree comes from a tiny acorn, and forests of oak trees come from one seed, right? So as we are realizing that the world may never look and feel the same as what we experienced before, that can feel really damning and exhausting, or we can take it to be liberating, that we get to choose the seeds we sow for the next reality, for the next norm. And so, Pollyanna positive over here, that's what I am focusing on. So my invitation to you is to take back your power. We're also looking at the chakra Manipura. Manipura is if you were to palpate your sternum, and you find your xiphoid process, which is that little sword thing hanging out at the bottom. And then you go right below that is your solar plexus. Manipura is at our solar plexus. It's our center of personal power. And so my invitation to you is take this theme of this week of Bija, of setting intentions, of literally sowing in the ground, the spring of our lives, to sow intentions of new possibilities and new opportunities. And if you're a gardener, some of those will not take root. Some of those won't flourish in your garden, maybe in someone else's, or maybe never, but some of them will grow beyond your wildest dreams. So that would be my invitation to you, and that's kind of the overall arching theme of the week and this class. Okay, so if you have a block or 2 blocks, have those. If you don't, get some sturdy hardback books. You won't need them until the end of the practice. So grab those. I just realized I'm on the wrong internet, so I'm going to try to switch. It might cut us all off. We might have to get all back on, but I got to try it, because otherwise we're going to be in trouble. And it switched seamlessly. That was insane. Is everybody still there? Okay, that was really cute. I'm so into it. All right, so let's get going. Sitting on your mat. If you don't have 2 blocks, grab thick hardback books, have a couple by you. Again, we won't get there until the end. And you may want a sweatshirt or a blanket towel thing to sit on to elevate the hips. So, coming on to your seat, our peak pose is Baddha Konasana. So we are going to begin in that as a litmus test towards as we come back and test it at the end of the class. So bring the soles of the feet together. If you took like ballet as a 2-year-old, you might remember a little peanut butter, little jelly, little squish them together, and then butterfly wings, since we're on the theming of spring. If you feel like your spine is making this shape as you're doing this, grab that blanket or towel or sweatshirt that I mentioned, pop it underneath your butt. Let's take a few more moments to flap our butterfly wings. And then you're going to hold your thumbs into the arches of your feet, your fingers around the tops. As you open the book of your life, the story of your life, you're going to plant seeds to make it flourish. Inhale to sit up nice and tall. Squeeze your glutes, which you'll see my knees just went instantly down. So squeeze your butt cheeks. And then exhale, pull on your arms as you fold down into Baddha Konasana, or bound angle pose. So We're gonna hang out here for a few breaths. Stay active in the pose. So the tendency we will want to like kind of fold in and yield to sort of the restoration that the pose brings about. I want you to push against that and have some agency, some activity. So as you fold, as you feel your muscles release, keep pulling with your arms to create that momentum of deepening the stretch. And so this is much like the analogy of our bijas, that when we plant a seed, if we really want to see its success, we've got to have a little bit of agency in that as well. A little bit of activation. So take one more breath here in your first Baddha Konasana. Inhale to lift your spine back up. I'll mirror you. Take your left leg long. Draw the right sole of the foot to the inner left thigh. Spin your sternum to face your left leg. Inhale here. And again, actively pull yourself down over your leg as you exhale. You can keep your hands down on the ground as leverage. You could walk one hand to the foot or shin. You could walk both. And then whatever you choose, use your arms as leverage. Find that power from your Manipura, your core, out to your arms to pull you down into the stretch. Find slow, steady breaths here. Last deep breath. Inhale to sit up tall. Take your left hand to the inside of your left leg. Bring your right hand behind your head. As you inhale, drag the back of the neck long, the cervical spine long. And then exhale, you're going to laterally bend over that leg. As you bend over that leg, left hand is on the inside of your left thigh. The elbow might come down. It might not go anywhere near that. Think about pulling your side base longer by tipping your right elbow up to the sky. And then even kind of pincer grasp on the back of your neck to drag your neck long. So try not to collapse in your neck here, but rather assist in its length. You might even use the hammock of your hands to lean your head back, deepening that stretch. Take a deep breath in and out. Inhale, rise back up. Right hand goes behind your right sitting bone. Left hand's gonna go up in the sky. Weight's gonna go into your right shin. As you inhale, press your hips up. Lift your left arm up, open your chest. If it felt good to hold the back of your neck in our revolved forehead to knee, grab the head with the left hand here and lean the head back into the forearm. Stretch your hips open, take a deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in and out. Inhale, come back to seated. Take your left hand to your right knee, take your right hand further behind you and twist. You can look in the direction of your sternum. You can look over your right shoulder or over your left shoulder. One more breath. Inhale, bring your gaze back in the direction of your pubic bone. If you have that blanket, take it out from underneath you for right now. Bring your right shin parallel to the front of your mat. Take your left leg behind you. So you're in a figure four. If you were ever in a ballet recital, you might point your middle finger down and look up towards an imaginary camera. We're in ballet fourth. Couple things we can do here. If you've got more quad tightness, start to walk your hands back so that you're focusing the stretch on the front of your left leg. If you've got more hip tightness, you might take yourself forward of the right leg. You can also toggle between them, finding the thing that works for you. Once you get there, wherever there is, take a deep breath in and a big breath out. Relax your jaw, deep breath in, big breath out. Two more, deep breath in, big breath out. Last one, deep breath in, big breath out. Inhale, press yourself back up. Bring that left foot to meet your right. Baddha Konasana is we go to the other side. Pull your heels towards your pubic bone. Walk your sitting bones behind you, so slightly back as you inhale, lift up. Pull with your arms. Exhale as you squeeze your glutes. Draw yourself down into the shape. 3 deep breaths here. Inhale. See if you can have some agency in it. Exhale, pull yourself a little deeper. Inhale. Exhale, tone your glutes. See if you can squeeze your knees down a bit more. 1 more inhale. Exhale. Good, inhale, rise back up. That right leg will go long. Left sole of the foot to the inner right leg. Same rule applies here, trying to squeeze that glute to get the knee down. You can also use your blanket or towel to place under the knee if it's floating up in the air. Take your hands to flank the right leg. Inhale to create length in your leg and spine. Exhale, fold. Option is stay here, foot and hand meet, hand and ankle meet, maybe both, whatever serves your flexibility today. Take a deep breath in. Find length on the inhale and then exhale. Find depth and fold. Soften your jaw, soften the skin around your eyes. 1 more breath. Inhale to rise back up. Right hand to the inside of your right leg. Left hand behind your head. Inhale to create length. Exhale, tipping over. Again, dragging the back of the neck long. Maybe leaning the head back into the forearm of the left arm as you stretch and breathe. Last deep breath. Inhale to rise back up. Left hand will go behind you. Left hand will go behind you. Weight's gonna go into your left shin. Your right arm's gonna lift up to the sky as you take a little hip opening back bend. Maybe the arm goes up or hand behind the head. Lean your head into your hand as you take the back bend. Really push your hips forward and open. Big breath in. And out. 1 more big breath in. And out. Inhale to come back. Let's take that twist. Right hand to your left knee, left hand further behind you as you open up through your chest. Gaze can be where your sternum is, over your left shoulder, or over your right. Keep that right leg active. Inhale. Exhale. 1 more inhale. Exhale. Good, inhale, come back through center. Right leg goes behind you in that stag position. So little left shin will come parallel to the front of the mat. Right shin is parallel to the other edge of the mat. Inhale to find length, and then exhale, play around with what works for you today. Maybe you lean your weight back, trying to draw that right hip down, getting into the hip flex of the quads of the right leg. Maybe you come forward into kind of a partial pigeon stretch. Maybe you sweep in between both. So finding what serves you, what seeds you need to plant for your practice today. If you commented in the message box, you know what you're seeking. So plant seeds in that, genus, plant family genus, and go in that direction. I don't know what I'm talking about, by the way, so you should probably hit mute at this point, put on a playlist. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Then 1 more inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Nice, inhale, come back up. We're gonna go through that whole thing 1 more time. 1 breath, 1 movement. So draw your heels close to your pubic bone, sit up nice and tall, hold on to your feet. Inhale as you squeeze your glutes, lift up. Exhale to fold over your legs. Inhale, rise back up. Left leg goes long, right sole of the foot to the inner thigh. Exhale here. Inhale to reach up this time. Exhale, fold over your left extended leg. Inhale to create length. Exhale to fold. This time stay low. Left hand to the inside of your left leg. Right arm sweeps up and overhead. Big stretch. Inhale. Exhale. Use your inhale to bring your right hand up. Balance on your right shin as you push your hips forward. Exhale. Take an inhale here. Open up. Exhale. Sit your butt down. Take that left hand to your right knee. Right hand behind you. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale to twist. Good. Inhale, point the nose back through center. Take that left leg behind you. Inhale here and either choose to go back or forward as you exhale. Inhale, lift yourself back up. Swing the leg around. Lengthen your spine, Baddha Konasana. Exhale, fold right into the pose. Inhale, lift yourself back up. Straighten your right leg. Bring the left sole of the foot in. Another inhale to stretch your arms up. Exhale, fold over that leg. Inhale to create length. Exhale, fold deeper. Right hand comes to the inside of the leg. Left arm sweeps up and over. Inhale. Stay as you exhale. Inhale, left hand down, hips up as you exhale. Open your hips. Inhale. Good. As you exhale, hips down. Right hand to left knee. Left hand behind you. Inhale to sit up tall. Exhale to twist deeper. Last pose here. Inhale, lean your weight to your left leg. Swing your right leg back. Inhale for length. Exhale, find your pose. Either lean back or forward fold. Inhale deeply. Exhale slowly. Nice job, everyone. Inhale to come back up. And let's transition to child's pose. So bring in the knees nice and wide. Big toes together. Take your hands in front of you. Either fingertips stay disconnected. Thumb tip and pinky tip stay together for Lotus Mudra. Or bring the palms all the way together for our prayer mudra as the forehead comes down. Deep breath in. And out. One more deep breath in. And out. Good. Bring your hands by your sides. Lift yourself up either to a comfortable seated or kneeling position. Have your eyes come to a close. Take a moment here now that we've started to move the body. We started to shake up the dirt a little bit. Reawaken ourselves. Ask yourself what it is you are seeking. Maybe it's a good stretch. Maybe it's to find some kind of meaning in this day. Whatever it is, gross or subtle, give yourself permission to share it with yourself. On your next inhale, bring your hands to heart center. If you're unfamiliar with Bija Mudra, you can open your eyes and look up. Bija Mudra is where we take space in between the fingers. So the whole side of the thumb is connected, then all 8 fingertips outside of the thumbs are connected, but there's space in between the palms for whatever we plan. So as you're ready, pull that into your heart center. Bija Mudra. Place within the heels of your hands, like you place deep in the furrow of the dirt, a seed, a bija of intention, something you want to grow either in your practice today or perhaps in your life hereafter. Take a deep breath in and let it go as you exhale. Lovely job. Open your eyes. Let's go ahead and come into Uttanasana or forward fold, standing at the top of your mat. You can take your feet nice and wide for that. You might start to sway the hips from side to side, just waking up through the backs of the legs. Let your head hang heavy. If your neck is something that's bothering you, you might take the hands behind the head, thumbs going towards your clavicle, pinky finger towards the occipital bone, the base of your skull, and then drag your elbows towards your heels as you have a slight chin tuck and you pull the back of your neck longer. Deep breath in. Slow, steady breath out. Release your hands if they're bound around your neck. Inhale, halfway lift, fingertips to your shins. As you exhale, rise all the way up. Palms will meet overhead. Hands to heart center. We're going to walk our feet in until our inner edges of our feet touch, or as narrow as your anatomy will allow. So legs as narrow as they'll come. You're going to use your glutes to create this. This is very from my past life in ballet. So external rotation comes from the glutes, so we're going to squeeze our glutes to take our toes out into first position, if you were ever a ballet dancer. And then try to shine your inner thighs forward, which means you're going to have to squeeze your glutes just a little bit more. Okay, maintain that. Inhale, sweep your arms up. If you're really feeling it, I think this is first or fifth, can't remember right in this moment. As you exhale, we're going to start to blossom the arms open as we bend the knees, coming into a demi-plie. And then keep going as we come into a grand plie. So our heels come off the mat. We're sitting our pubic bone down. Take a deep breath in. Your heels are going to spin back, your hands to the earth, your hips to the sky as you exhale again, Uttanasana. Knees might be bent here as we take the peace fingers to our big toes. Inhale to create length in your spine. Try to kick your shoulders back into your back pockets. As you exhale, let's reacclimate with that agency. You're going to pull on your toes. As you draw your belly to your thighs, your head towards your shins. Notice my knees are bent. Your knees are allowed to be bent here. Spin your inner thighs back and breathe. One more breath. Release your fingertips. Inhale to create length. Left finger pads to the inside of your feet. So now I probably won't mirror you. You do you, I'll do me. Left knee is bent. Left fingertips down. Right leg is straight. Right arm up to the sky. Take a deep breath in and broaden through your collarbones. As you exhale, spin your right palm away from your sternum. Bend your right elbow so that the right hand comes to or toward your left back pocket. Inhale, broaden again through your collarbones. Give your weight to your left foot. As you exhale, step your right foot back. We're coming into side angle. And for everybody's sake, let's lift up to that left forearm for a moment. Roll and spin your right shoulder open. Inhale here. As you exhale, drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. Stretch long through the right side of the neck. Ugh. Inhale. Steady exhale. Good, one more. Inhale. Exhale. As you inhale, lift yourself up. Straighten that front leg. Grab your front wrist with your back hand. And exhale, tip it back. Open up through your left sideways. Big breath in. Steady breath out. Good, inhale. Lifting back up. Bump your hips towards the back of the mat. Take your arms wide. Flip your left palm up and stay here. Try not to lock out in your front knee. So soft bend in that knee so you're not stressing the back of the knee. If you need more support, lower that hand. Otherwise, fire from Manipur, your solar plexus, and stay here. You might even take the right arm overhead. Breathe. Shake and bake, baby. 2 and 1. Keep your arms overhead if you're there. Bend your left knee, spin your right heel. Thunderbolt, inhale. Exhale, spin back, triangle. 2 more times. Inhale, bend the front knee, spin the back heel, thunderbolt. Exhale, triangle. Reclaim that power. Work from solar plexus. Inhale, crescent or thunderbolt. Exhale, triangle. 1 more breath. Inhale to rise up. Really nice job. Turn your toes to face the long edge of your mat. Bend your right knee. You can hang out with your forearms on your right thigh or take your hands down. Stretching through your left adductors, your groin muscles. Take a deep breath in and out. 1 more deep breath in and out. Good. Walk yourself to frame that right foot so you're probably facing the back of your mat now. Coming into a low lunge. Plant your palms. Press through your upper spine like cat. Step your right foot back to meet your left plank pose. And then find neutral spine. So you can see how the booty's resisting that. Find neutral spine. Inhale. Exhale, lower to your right forearm. Lower to your left forearm. Option always to drop to your knees. Look at my butt. It's really not into this. Inhale, right hand back. Exhale, left. I mean, you don't have to look at my butt. Look at your arm. Right forearm down. Left arm. Right hand. Left hand. Go the other way. Left forearm. Right forearm. Left hand. Right hand, one more time. Left, right, left, right. Take a deep breath in, plank. Exhale, pitch your hips high and back, down dog. Deep breath in and out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop your feet to meet your hands. If your mat just moved and you're nearly dead, no big deal. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Remember the bija, the seed you planted, return to it. Bring the inner edges of the feet together or as narrow as your legs will go. Inhale here. Squeeze your booty. Exhale, externally rotate. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, arms out to the side as you plie, and then come all the way down. Arms reach up, inhale. Spin your heels forward, fold as you exhale. Inhale, halfway lift, so finding a bit more rhythm on the second side. These fingers to the big toes, Padahastasana as you exhale, forward fold, or Padangustasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Right hand to the center of your stance, bend your right knee, stretch your left arm up, big breath in through the collarbones. Exhale, spin your left palm away, left hand to the outer right hip, inhale to create space. Exhale, weight into the right foot as you shift your left leg back. Right forearm to your thigh, inhale, side angle, drag your right sitting bone back. Exhale, right ear to right shoulder. Take a deep breath in and out. Beautiful job. Inhale to lift the head, lift all the way up, right wrist comes into left hand. Exhale, side bend back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, triangle pose. Right arm reaches forward, left arm either up or over the ear. Big breath in, stabilize from Manipura, from your lustrous gem is the name of that chakra. As you exhale, bend into your front thigh, spin your back heel up. Inhale, return that floating triangle. Exhale, crescent. Inhale, floating triangle. Be generous with your front knee. Exhale, crescent. Last one. Inhale here. Good work. As you exhale, lift yourself up. Turn both sets of toes to face the same direction. Bend into your left knee. Stretch through your right groins and breathe. 3, 2, and 1. Palms plant to frame the front foot. Step your left foot back, plank pose. Adding on here, either work through these little crawl down and ups for about 4 rounds, or crawl down to your forearms. Pull your elbows in towards you. Start to walk your toes towards your forearms. Squeeze your chest muscles. And then maybe swing your head like a pendulum. So we're in dolphin, head is not attached. One more breath if you're doing your plank work, or in your dolphin, come back to plank. If you're on your forearms, see if you can press one arm or both arms straight. Downward facing dog, great job. Deep breath in, steady breath out. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, travel forward. We're gonna pick that up even more. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Know that whatever you're capable of is more than enough. Do what you can, leave the rest. I'll give some options to do stupid shit. So use your glutes on your next exhale. Turn your toes out. Externally rotating first position. Inhale to reach your arms up. Maybe this time you lift to the balls of the feet here. As you exhale, send those knees over your toes, little grand plie. Inhale, knees point forward, hips go high. Exhale to fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Either piece fingers to the big toes or slide your hands, your hastas under your padas. Inhale, halfway lift. Again, my knees are bent. Exhale, fold, belly to thighs. Head relaxes in between the legs. Really wiggle your feet on your wrists, especially if you wanted wrist stretches. Give weight to your wrists. One more breath here. Inhale, release the hands, whatever you've got. Lengthen. Left hand down, bend the left knee left, stretch the right arm up. Exhale. Give your weight to that left foot. You might play around with the balance of taking the right leg up. Maybe returning to that half bind. Maybe opening your hip for a little kind of bastardized version of half moon, one more breath. Stepping the foot back, either coming into that full bind of your side angle, maybe just keeping the arm low or returning to your forearm here. If you liked the neck stretch, you could drop the left ear to the left shoulder. Find what works for you. Deep breath in. Revolve your chest open as you exhale. Inhale, release, straighten the front leg, grab your left wrist with your right hand, big side stretch. And either exhale, come back into that triangle or test your balance and come into half moon. Whatever you're choosing, we're either going through triangle to crescent or half moon to warrior three. Flossing that standing hip or working the core or both. We've got one more little revolve here. Sorry, I can't talk and do that at the same time. Inhale to come back to triangle or half moon. Exhale, low, skandasana. So either both sets of toes come woo to face the same direction or heel in of the right leg, toes up of the left, coming deeper into this stretch. Breathe. Last deep breath here. Lift your hips, turn yourself to face that right foot. Couple of options here. One, if you want to work a wrist stretch and a quad stretch and or a quad stretch, you could come into flip your palms and bend your elbows, just taking a nice hip flexor quad stretch and a low lunge. So that's option one. Option two is to take your core work and dolphin again, so stepping the right foot back, working through these. Option 3 or 3.5 is to lower to your forearms, walk your feet in, you might lower your head or lift your feet into Pincha Mayurasana. So find the thing you want to plant seeds for and play. You've got about 3 breaths to find the thing you want to plant seeds for. Wrist stretch, quad stretch, core work, inversions. Last deep breath wherever you are. We'll all meet in downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Final side inhale, look forward. Exhale, step or hop. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, hands to heart. Inner edges or inner legs together. Inhale, take your toes out. Maybe lift to the balls of your feet. Exhale as you sit down into your grand plie. Squeeze your booty. Inhale, turn your toes, lift your hips. Exhale, fold. Inhale as you lift, slide your hands under your feet or peace fingers to your big toes. Exhale, draw in. Inhale, release. Right fingertips to the earth, right knee bends, left arm up. Maybe you test the balance. You've got a full round of breath to figure it out. We'll take it into side angle. Find your variation of side angle. Breathe. Think about shining and radiating whichever version you chose from Manipura, solar plexus. Next breath in, keep Manipura open as you reach back, grab your right wrist with your left hand. Exhale, either triangle pose or half moon. From here, you're thinking about Manipura, your power center, where you're gonna plant those seeds from or send them out into the world, your place of self-knowing, self-awareness, that just because you exist, you are worthy to plant the seeds, to go for the things you want in life. From that same space, after your 3 revolutions, we're gonna step the left foot back down and turn into our Skandasana. Find your variation, deep breath in and out. Good. Lift your hips, turn yourself to face that left foot. Again, options to take a wrist stretch and a lunge, move into your core work, or work an inversion. Maybe pinch is not your practice, but headstand is. The beautiful thing about seeds are, there are seasons, and it comes back around. So find your thing right now. Stop looking at me and do your thing. And if it's not happening today, there are seasons to your life. There are moments when certain seeds will take hold than others. Give yourself grace in the season you're in. Last deep breath wherever you are. We're all going to make our way into child's pose. So once again, this time taking Bija Mudra, now that we all know it. All 10 finger pads connect, heels of the hands connect, space between as you bow forward. Draw a deep breath in. Let it go as you exhale. Deep breath in and out. One more deep breath in and out. Beautiful job. Start to lift yourself up. If you're seeking more flow today, you could pause this video, come out of this class, repeat that sequence one more time. Otherwise, we're going to move into our pause portion of the class. You will need your blocks or your books for this, whatever stable surface you have. We're going to do these poses 2 times each, trying to build in possibility in each one. So the first round, you'll just need a novel about this size or a block. Go ahead, come onto your sitting bones. Bring your knees bent, heels close to your seat. Come all the way onto your back, taking supported bridge. So as you inhale, lift your hips, slide that block under your sacrum, lowest base part of your spine. Pick your shoulders up so you can squeeze them slightly together onto your back so you open through your chest, and then let your arms come out. A few options here. One is if this is hitting the spot, stay here. Or 2 is to straighten the legs so we get deeper into the hip flexors. Then just like in the beginning of class, as we were pulling in our Baddha Konasana, keep some tonality to your core. That's your activation here, your agency. So we're not just pinching the low back, but there's this subtle stability that will also help stretch the hip flexors further. Take a deep breath in. Let it go, exhale. Deep breath in. Let it go, exhale. Last one, deep breath in. Exhale out. Begin to bend your knees if they are straightened. Coming back into supported bridge. Option is stay here, or we're going to do the pose, a second version, taking a little deeper. So if you have another book or your block will go higher, you might flip to a taller setting. You might add a book. Option to stay here, if you are someone who is looking for quad work, you'll want to get the hips as high as you can comfortably maintain on a prop. Then bend your knee of the right, let's start with the right, and take the right foot back towards the right hip. So I'm getting a big stretch in the front of that hip flexor. Taking about 2 to 4, depending on how fast you breathe, breaths into that quad and hip flexor. And then making sure to switch if you do the half hero variation. Thinking about dropping that knee down. If there's any pain in the knee, it's not worth it, so abandon. If you're just staying in supported bridge, relish in that core, slight core activation to drag the low back longer. If you are in half heroes on the left, go ahead, pull that out. Place your feet on the ground, lift your sacrum slowly with great care. Roll yourself all the way down. In between this and our second pose, let's take Supta Baddha Konasana, soles of the feet together, knees wide. Bring a hand to your heart, a hand to your belly. And breathe. Take your hands on the outsides of your knees. Draw your knees in. You can roll to one side or sit up. Final pose of the practice before meditation will be supported fish. You may need your blanket for this. Goal is to have our butt and our head down simultaneously. So as I bring my spine, my upper middle spine, so thoracic spine on my block or my book, I might start with my knees bent if I know I'm particularly tight there. So bringing the back of my heart space right below my scapula down, making sure my head and my butt meet the mat. If they don't, put something higher underneath your head. If they do, you might play around with straightening the legs, releasing whatever's underneath the head, and then taking the arms nice and wide, opening up through the chest. Take as long as you need to finagle that. And then let yourself settle in and breathe. And if 45 minutes was all you could afford today, take 2 more breaths here before moving into the rest of your day. If you have more time available, we'll go for about, I'd say 8 more minutes. So stay with me here. If you're particularly back bendy and you'd like to take this into a deeper version, 2 options. Go ahead and come out wherever you are if you're doing that, and tucking your chin to the chest, bending your knees, grabbing your hamstrings, and lifting up. Option 1 is to find just a higher setting. If you have a block, that will go on the second height and going out, mimicking the length of your spine, like so. You can also play with Yogi Snow Angels here, so moving the arms in a half moon shape on either side, trying to keep the hands down and stretching through the chest. If you're really back bendy and you really need a challenge, knees bent, highest setting with the block are like 13 books. Taking the space behind your heart to the block. Your head will likely not touch. You're gonna bend your elbows. I don't think I can do this today. You're gonna bend your elbows and try to grab the sides of the block or the books and let your head rest in your forearms. And if you want, straightening your legs. Wherever you are, breathe into Manipura. Our solar plexus space is opened up. Take a deep breath into that space. And from there, let it go. Deep breath in. Let it go. Wherever you are, start to bend your knees if they're not already. Start to draw your hands towards your hamstrings, tuck your chin towards your chest, very gently lift yourself up. And then either coming into Supta Baddha Konasana for your Shavasana shape, or taking Baddha Konasana with the legs for a seated meditation. So if this cold weather for you, like me, is making you really sleepy, we might expedite the process today and just go right to seated meditation. If you're feeling like what you need is rest, then come onto your back. There is no perfect way to do this. So find whatever shape you want to rest your eyes in is appropriate for you, and rest your mind. Let's all together empty out wherever we are in our breath. Exhale all the air out. Inhale, fill to the top of your breath. Exhale, let it all go. And allow your breath to come to a natural place. It's called Sahaja, grace-filled or spontaneous breath. We'll sit here for a few moments without much guidance. Your computer has likely not frozen. I haven't gone anywhere. For a few moments, just rest with the rhythm, the natural, autonomous rhythm of your breath. Sahaja, our autonomous breath, is a powerful reminder that because we are, we matter. Each person is granted by their very presence the opportunity to plant seeds. The opportunity to try to reap and sow. Then our yoga reminds us to plant the seed without attachment to the goal. What we think might be a pumpkin could turn into a field of wildflowers. So giving permission for that yin and yang tug and pull of existence, we are allowed to put ourselves out there. We are allowed to plant seeds, and knowing that beyond that, the journey will unfold. So if you're reclined, begin to make your way to a comfortable seat. If you're in Baddha Konasana, find yourself in either Sukhasana or Vajrasana, sitting on your heels, Virasana, Hero's Pose, any of the meditative postures that will help you create and commit to a lengthened spine. Once you come to your comfortable seated posture, bring your hands back together at heart center, finding Bija Mudra, all 10 fingertips touching, heels of the thumbs touching. Bow your chin towards your chest. Place within the heels of the hands a seed, a Bija. Be awake enough to know that you are allowed to plant the seed, that we are given the gift to plant the seeds of hope, of intention, of possibility. To also be spiritually awake enough to know that we have little control of what the journey will look like. So committing both to the action of planting and to the letting go of what will unfold. So you inhale deeply. Exhale, seal the palms, seal the fingers, draw your thumbs to your third eye in gratitude of yourself for showing up today, of each other for being on your mats. As you bow to seal your practice, namaste.